What is truth? It's an eternal question. Many philosophers, thinkers tried to answer it throughout human history. There are varying opinions, since truth is a bit controversial, complex, not finally defined. Each person may have different opinion about it, but it doesn't change the nature of truth. When we talk about defining truth, we should refer to greatest thinkers of human history who reflected on that, who shared their thoughts about truth. Theories are many, philosophical beliefs are many regarding this, but there are some of the key theories about the question are these: relativity and absolutism, truth. Albert Einstein's relativity theory, his groundbreaking theory, is related to time, the relativity of time. Like, as he mentioned, time passes differently in the universe, time passes differently on the earth, and even duration of time is different based on your mood, based on your the boredom of your the level of your boredom. For example, if you are bored by something, time passes very slowly, but the same duration may pass as a second when you are engaged in a favorite activity. This is a kind of epistemic and existential measurement of time, not only from a physics point of view. But coming from this idea to truth, because the theory of relativity is not only starts with time, with the relativity of time, but continues with truth and many others. It's like a frame which can include a lot of different contexts, different horizons and perspectives, not only in terms of time. So according to this, we can say that truth is relative. And it is, yes. Many people have different opinion about different things. But this idea takes to the subjectivity of truth. On the other hand, truth is also objective, because sometimes there are things in life that continue to exist regardless of consciousness, regardless of your perception of that. For example, if you are standing by near to a table, it continues to be a table, even if you think it's a flower. Nothing changes there. It's a matter of it's not a matter of perception. It's just a matter of objective reality. But on the other hand, there are many things that are truly subjective, opinion-based things. And as Jean-Paul Sartre mentioned in his existential philosophy writings, talking about freedom, existential freedom, and individuality of people, valuing the individual nature of freedom of choice and connecting this idea through truth, because everyone's freedom, everyone's choice of freedom, everyone's values is nothing more than their perception of truth. So, according to Sartre, one of the greatest thinkers in existentialism, truth is relative. It's like the continuation of Einstein's ideas. So, coming back to the objective level, objective truth is tied to objective reality, which means truth is not subjective, it's absolute. Here comes another theory, absolutist theory of truth, and we meet the philosophy of Immanuel Kant. As he said, there are two perfect things in the world: the starry sky above my head and the moral law within my heart. So, according to the idealistic view of Kant about absolutist truth, moral values and nature could be considered as absolute values, absolute truth. Truth is value, value is truth. We can also say that way. So the question, what is truth, can truly be relative. But as I said, in terms of table is table, not a flower, and like a flower is part of nature, not a stone, regardless of your perception. This is objective reality. But another controversy arises. How can the same thing be both relative and absolute? This is really a tricky thing that many psychologists, many philosophers, thinkers tried to answer, but there is no definitive answer to this. And on the other hand, the dialectical philosophy helps us find the truth through debate, through challenging ideas, challenging assumptions, and finding the truth through debate, through intellectual, epistemic debates. That's another option. I think uh, in foundational point, truth is objective in a sense that moral values, ethical principles, the principle of conscience, these are things that are truly absolute and objective. But there are things that are subjective, like some individual choices, which are not bound by some principles, and they are subjective on the other hand. Overall, each one's truth is one's philosophy, but individual is part of society. So your decision is someone else's decision. Collective decision affects individual decisions. Individual decisions affect collective consciousness. So all are interconnected. All are tied to a broader reality. Whatever the truth is, a more important point is coming here, not only to define and find the truth, but also to be aligned with that, to be aligned with the truth, to be aligned with the world. So it's one thing to find the truth and another thing to practice it, to follow it as a moral and spiritual guideline for you. And as Aristotle said, wisdom is not about knowing what is right, but to following, but to practicing it. The same is here in terms of truth. You can find the pearl of truth in the ocean of knowledge, in the ocean of values, but you should be able to make it maybe a bracelet. Speaking from an aesthetics point of view here, just metaphorically, and wear it on you. So truth should not be just a pearl on the bottom of the ocean. It should be something that you wear on you. It would be something that you carry forward, even if it's not as easy as possible, as it might seem. And if you have other views about truth, or you agree on some of the theories about truth, you can share your thoughts in the comments, and you can also subscribe to my channel to follow future videos regarding philosophy, literature, education, and something in between regarding it's a bit interdisciplinary channel, but mostly literary and philosophical. Thank you for watching.